After spending so much time thinking about car technology, my mind couldn't help but wander to GPS. While I'm here in Boulder, I'm going to be visiting with 3 different experts. My first stop, John Chapman of Cisco. He is a Cisco fellow and a CTO service provider for one of the largest internet network companies in the world. I am taking a bit of a dive into GPS technology.
Oh, well, you've come to the right company. Cisco helped build the internet from the very beginning. GPS is a timing protocol, and we use GPS to help coordinate things. When we're actually coordinating devices like cell phones, we're looking at things in terms of a thousandth or a millionth of a second. Somehow, we've got to both use our phones in the same room without them interfering with each other. We need to be able to talk, and they don't talk to each other, they talk off to some tower. So behind the scenes, we've got all these communication protocols where the phones are talking to each other, and they actually make decisions that my guy will talk first, and then your guy will talk second, and they'll change the powers on the transmitters, and everything works, but it only works if they all have the same sense of time. It's like a drum beat, where everybody's connected in the same drum beat, and everything works together. And that's where GPS comes in, because everybody needs some reference to time, so it ultimately comes from GPS, and we actually carry time protocols through the network.
What happens if somebody messes with that timing that you're talking about?
It's really all about authenticating. We use the word authenticate to make sure that a source is the right one. We can actually take fingerprints of a GPS, like how it acts, what it looks like. We call it a signature, and if the signature is different, then you can qualify or disqualify. Make sure devices come from the right place or the wrong place. Luckily, that the security people are keeping up on top of this.
Well, thank you so much for giving me this overview. I feel much better equipped to continue on my GPS journey. Thank you so much.
All right, Tamara, thanks very much for coming by.
It's another snowy day here in Boulder, and I am at CableLabs to continue my GPS education.
Hello,
Hey.
you must be Tamara.
Curtis?
Hi, my friend John from Cisco said you'd be stopping by.
So what exactly is CableLabs?
CableLabs is a research and development company. We have 64 cable operator members that serve 180 million subscribers around the globe. So we'll start with the head end here. This is actually a replica. This is an interop lab for NFV and SDN. NFV is network functions virtualization. SDN is software-defined networking. So what I'm gonna be doing with Tamara is I'm gonna show her the head end, the nucleus of the cable system. And then from there, we're gonna go down to what we call our interoperability lab. And in that lab is a device. We call it a remote PHY device, with an acronym RPD. This is actually an integral component to an evolution of the cable network. We refer to this evolution as distributed access or fiber deep. This is called a remote PHY device, and what this actually is the physical layer that used to be in a head end, and now we're putting it out in a field.
What's so crucial about it?
It allows us to use more fiber optics in the network, which results in a cleaner signal. It gets closer to the consumer and allows for more capacity to the home. More megabits or gigabits per second, more videos to be downloaded, more applications to be run simultaneously. It's all about upstream transmissions. That's mostly where the timing comes into play, because this device ultimately is connected via coaxial cable to a cable modem. And this cable modem essentially has to be told when it can transmit upstream. So it's literally given a time that it can transmit so that another cable modem doesn't transmit at the same time.
Now that I have a sense of how crucial this infrastructure is, I want to know more about how we go about protecting it.
And for that, I'm going to send you over to my friend Greg at Microsemi. Here's the thing about high-speed data and capacity. 10 years ago, it was inconceivable that we would have a gigabit going to homes, but we always find a way to use it. We're going to build from there, build from 1 gig and go 10 times more to 10 gig. We have no doubt innovators will find a way to fill that pipe.
Now, for my final stop on my GPS tour, I'm here at Microsemi, a microchip company, where they're going to give me the big picture on how GPS is protected.
GPS, it's kind of the invisible utility. So the first thing we're going to show tomorrow is the Blue Sky GNSS firewall. This product protects against threats that can infect, if you will, the downstream receivers.
What are the most common kinds of threats?
They fall into 2 general categories, jamming and spoofing. Jamming is where someone might overpower the GPS signal and wipe it out completely. Spoofing is a little bit more trickier. Someone, for example, might be able to create a fake GPS signal. So what we've built into the firewall is what we call an anomaly detector to look and make sure that that GPS signal is secure. Our control room can look at blue sky GNSS firewalls that are deployed across the globe and see how well GPS reception is being received at each and every one of those locations. So what you're looking at is a very robust timing system, along with a backup system. In fact, some parts of the system even use atomic physics to maintain really accurate time, even in the complete absence of the GPS signal.
All right, physics, tell me more about that.
All right, this is a hydrogen maser that's using hydrogen atoms, and when they're in this state, they can maintain a very, very accurate time. If we were to lose GPS, we've got these amazingly accurate and stable clocks that feed into a system that is constantly measuring everything and making sure that ultimately time can be maintained even in the absence of GPS.
Do you build these here?
Not all here, but at our locations inside the United States.
Thank you so much for taking the time to help me understand timing systems better and to make me feel a little safer, a little more secure about what might happen in our future.
You're most welcome.